Hey everybody, it's Brandon from Magic Land Vacations, the travel planning genies, and I am live. I normally don't do live videos except when we're doing giveaways, but I'm live today and I'm live right now because I didn't have time to edit a video to post this week because I took a little mini road trip to Jacksonville, Florida. So here we are. So I thought it would be really beneficial to talk today about, is Disney World going to be fun when it reopens? And is it going to be safe? I think those are the two most common questions that everybody seems to have when I'm looking at questions on different Facebook groups and articles on the web and talking to our clients and all that other stuff. I think those are the two main questions that everybody has. So this is your first time joining a live video or first time even coming to this channel and seeing me. My name is Brandon, and I am the owner of Magic Land Vacations, a Disney and Universal travel agency. We specialize in Disney and Universal destination vacations. And I also teach at Careers on Vacation, which is an ASTA certified travel school where I teach how to plan these unique destinations, and I teach about mindset. So, disclaimer, my uncle calls me Pollyanna, so I do always see the glass half full as opposed to half empty. So let's talk about the first question, which is it safe to go to Disney World when it reopens? Well, I really think that is a matter of personal preference. I think it depends on what it feels safe to you and to your family. I think that's a decision that really you have to make. What I can tell you is that Disney and Universal, because I've already been to Universal 3 times since they've reopened, that both of these destinations take guest safety and security very, very serious. When I've gone to Universal, these are the things that I have seen every single time. Number one, they are very serious about the social distancing once you are inside the park and in the queues of the lines. They are definitely cleaning everything and taking extreme precautions when it comes to the cleanliness. Seems like almost every single queue that I go in, that I walk and see a cast member spraying down the rails and sanitizing them, and they won't even let you get on a ride unless they squirt some hand sanitizer into your actual hands. If you are not wearing your mask, you will have a team member tell you to please put your mask back on. So they're taking it very, very seriously, and Disney's going to take it just as seriously. The health and well-being of their guests is always at the forefront of their minds. I would also say that in terms of like staying on resort property, both Disney and Universal are taking extra measures to keep guests safe, and that they always do a really good job of cleaning, but they're like double cleaning and triple cleaning the high touch areas of their hotels, which would be like the doorknobs, the phones, the remote controls for the televisions, all those things. They're really, really, really cleaning more. They're not cleaning every day at Disney. They're doing every other day. They're doing extra pillow casings in the pillows, extra layer of sheets. So they're doing a lot of additional things they don't normally do. I would also say that before, it's kind of been an option of whether you did mobile check-in through Disney. Now that's not an option. You have to actually do mobile check-in with Disney. And if you have a problem and you need assistance, there's actually a virtual chat that you can do. A virtual chat, it's not a bot, it's the actual person at a Disney Resort hotel, the one that you're staying, that you actually talk to, and they'll be more than happy to assist you in any way that they can. So from that standpoint, and if you look at the science behind coronavirus and everything else, if everybody is wearing a mask, your chances of getting the virus exponentially decrease. I do have, like, my father-in-law, he's not coming to Florida right now just because he is in a health risk category. with diabetes and other issues. So he's not coming down. However, like I said, I've already been to Universal 3 times. I felt safe every single time, had amazing experience every single time. So that brings me to the next question, which everybody has, which is it still going to be fun going to Disney World? Is it really still going to be fun? And the answer is, of course, it's going to be fun. It's Disney. How much better is it going to Disney and Universal than staying in your house any much longer, right? And I think one of the things that really surprised me when I get to Universal is I really expected going to Universal for it to be completely different. In other words, I expected, and it was different, but I expected it not to be quite as magical. And in a weird way, I feel like it's more magical because I remember when I appreciate it more. I appreciate going to the parks more than I did before. Hi, Casper's Company. I appreciate it more than I did before, but also, like, my sister gets really, really claustrophobic in spaces with people, and inside the queues, you can watch the videos that we have on YouTube already about the social distancing at Universal, but you really feel like you have space for the first time really in a theme park in a long time. And so it feels really, really nice. The wait times are lower because they can't have anywhere close to the full capacity. So overall, the wait times are better. I would say the one slightly frustrating thing with Universal would be their virtual queue that they're using, because they're not always using it, and it's not the way their system works. It's not like Disney where you actually have to have your passes linked for other people. So basically, you could have 4 people in the same party, and they all do a virtual queue for Hagrid's for 4 people, and they get 4 of those. And that means other people in the park can't ride it if it reaches full capacity. And something that no one's talking about, but technically they say you can't go into virtual queue for Universal Orlando until you're actually inside the park. Not true. As soon as you go through the ticket gates with your car, the parking kiosk, and whatever you call it, you can immediately get your virtual queues. So we were able to do that for Hagrid's and get 2. There's 2 of us, and we were each able to get 1. So I'd say that's a little bit frustrating. Disney right now has announced that they're not doing virtual queue for Walt Disney World, and that Rise of the Resistance is going to be standby only, that's great, because that means if you are in line in the morning, you're going to be able to ride Rise of the Resistance. So that's a really cool, really good thing. I was also surprised with Universal that they have floats, and there's no parades, and everyone's like, oh man, there's no parades. What a bummer. Well, there might not be a legitimate parade, so to speak, at a certain time where you see float after float after float after float. But Universal did a great job of having a float come out with the characters on it. I want to say it was like every 20 to 30 minutes. It really felt like there was always another one coming out. Maybe it was even more than that. And the magic was still there, and Disney's going to do something similar. As for character interactions, that was something else that people were like, oh, well, you can't interact with the characters at Disney World, which is one of the most important things. Well, Disney and Universal's already done a great job of this. I've already been there 3 times. Like I said before, I've interacted with the characters. They're just 6 feet apart. You just can't give them a hug. You can give them air high fives. You can dance with them. You can interact with them. They can hear you. They can talk back. Like, all of that interaction is still there. It's just the hug and the close-up photos. You can still get a photo with them. So it's really not as drastic as a difference as everybody is seeming, not everybody, but a lot of people are making it out to be. And as far as character dining goes at Disney World, so Topolino Terrace was the only one that they originally said they were going to have. They just said Garden Grill at Epcot, which is one of my favorite character dining experiences anyway, is also going to reopen. It's not a secret that Disney wants to make sure everybody is safe, and they want to return back to normalcy as they can. So this Topolino Terrace was just a trial. I didn't expect them to keep expanding their character dining offerings again in the midst of this whole pandemic, just because once they figure out how to best work it, they're just going to roll it out to all the other restaurants. So it's all this hoopla is really not as big of a deal as a lot of people are making it out to be. I am so excited about going back to Disney World. I can't even tell you. You can watch we're going on July the 13th, which is 3 days after everybody can go back. Purposely did that, wanted to go on a weekday, wanted to go on a Monday. I will be filming there, and I'm so excited to go back. So, man, it's going to be amazing. So in terms of is it safe? Again, that's up to you, but I can tell you that Disney and Universal are making every single precaution imaginable. Of course, when you register for your park day with Disney, you do have to sign basically a check or a disclaimer that you understand the risks of going in a more populated area like a theme park. And then again, in terms of, is it going to be fun? Yes, it's going to be fun. It's going to be so much fun. And I can assure you that now is the absolute best time to use a Travel Genie with Magic Land Vacations to plan your Disney or Universal vacation, because there are changes happening all the time. And not only do we keep up with the changes, but me and the other genies have already been out to Universal, and we're excited to help you guys plan. So man, does anybody have any other questions? Casper's company, do you have any questions you want to ask during our live feed? We'll take that as a no. That means I covered all the bases. That's great. All right. Well, thank you, Casper's company. I appreciate that. Well, I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. This is Brandon from Magic Land Vacations, the Travel Planning Genies. Check out our website. It just got redone. It is amazing. There's so much information there. You can find all the latest information about Walt Disney World's reopening and all the facts to help you plan your vacation. And of course, we would love to help you plan. You can schedule a complimentary consultation with us on that website. Have a wonderful evening.